Previously on the Magic Dads.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we travel just with our 2 carry-ons tomorrow, and then when we're in Disney, we'll get him a suitcase and he can bring it home.
We'll see.
I feel like we are gonna bring home more than you would take because we're gonna get souvenirs and all that stuff. So
we'll figure it out.
I think we'll need more space.
We'll probably need more space, but again, like I said, we can do laundry every 3 days. We're gonna be okay.
I know, but what if we like buy something? What if we buy like a statue or something?
Why are we buying a statue?
We've done that before. Hey everyone, we are here in the Magic Kingdom. It is going to be a day of fun rides for little man.
And some good food. We have lunch reservations here as well. So we're not going to tell you where. It's going to be an exciting release.
It's probably going to be in the title of the video.
Yeah. It's still early. We're still, our minds are still working, or trying to get, All right.
We have done this opening about 6 times now. We can't get it right. I think we're just going to leave this one in.
Oh gosh.
But anyways, let's go have some fun.
Yes.
You ready to go have fun today, bud? Okay. We'll try again later.
Yep.
Take a picture.
You want me to take a picture of brother? Are you ready to go have fun? Can we see your mask? What's your cool mask today? Oh, your goofy mask. That's awesome.
Hello, we can make you please. Green is awesome. Have a great day.
Well, here we are, and unfortunately, I'm so saddened to see the train station under tarps, but oh well. At least they still have like the painted scrim over, so you kind of get a little taste of what it should look like.
Kinda.
Where are we heading to first, Dad?
I think we're gonna go to Tomorrowland and see if we can get on Buzz Lightyear Astrobusters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go, heading into Tomorrowland, and I just saw the People Mover going by. I don't see anybody riding it, but it looks like the cars are going. All right, here we are at Star Command headquarters for Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. We haven't done this in a good long while, largely because I am terrible at it.
All right, so you're gonna use this and you're gonna shoot everything, okay? You ready? That gonna be fun?
Here we go, bud.
You're gonna do it, okay? Ready? Okay, let's start shooting. Okay, turn it around.
Oh, look at that bug.
Good job, you did it,
There's
Buzz.
Buzz.
Look, it's Buzz Lightyear. Say hi, Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
Look at that score, bud.
Good
Covering
job.
it up.
Pretty good.
There's mine. That's equal. Did you like that ride? Did you like Buzz Lightyear? Fun, huh? Yeah. Well, we'll go find another one to do. All right, so we are gonna make our way through the castle and on into Fantasyland. So if you follow us on Instagram, you saw we were actually already here last night and we did a handful of rides in Fantasyland for Caleb, but I think we're gonna clean up and do the ones we missed. Are you ready for this, Dad? Because one of the rides we missed is Small World.
Oh, yes. Hey, it's the only song that can get Mickey's Runaway Railway out of my head, so
Yeah.
yes.
And a little confession here, I actually love the Small World song. It was like one of my favorites when I was a little kid.
I feel sorry for his parents.
Look how beautiful this castle looks. It's stunning. All right, and now it's time for the happiest cruise that ever sailed.
So I'm totally regretting my complaints the other day where it was nice and cold and a little bit breezy. It's warm today.
Yeah, it is.
It's very warm. I take it all back. I'll take that cold any day.
So you know how when you're little, everything just seems bigger and grander than it actually is? When I was little, because this used to be one of my favorite rides, I, for whatever reason, thought that the water was like super deep. I didn't know it was just this little, like, what is it?
It's like probably like 5 feet.
For some reason, I thought the water was like as deep as the ocean. I was always so terrified of like falling over off the boat, but yeah.
Yeah, Mike has an irrational fear when it comes into water. That's one of the reasons why he fought me so hard with going to Hawaii, because he thought the second you get in the water, a shark's gonna get you.
Right.
So that's just something that Mike is always gonna be geared towards. Like,
Yes.
popular, his mask is covering his eyes.
Over your nose, please.
All right, which Small World do you prefer? This one or Disneyland's?
Disneyland's for sure.
Why?
I think it's well, first of all, I think it's a better ride. I like the layout of it. Some of the stuff is a little different. I like the layout better at Disneyland. I also like the integration of the Disney characters in it, but the facade, like the exterior building,
Yeah,
you
the
can't
facade
beat.
has me for Disneyland.
Yeah,
That's the one.
for sure. It's so grand and majestic. It's beautiful. This one is like,
Yeah. You know what else is great about this ride? Is not only does the song get stuck in your head while you're riding it, but they actually play the song throughout the entire queue. So it's definitely in there. It's in the gray matter, I think they say. So bye-bye. Wait for her. Bye-bye. Yeah, this water's probably max 3 feet deep. You can actually see the bottom, Mike.
it looks terrifying
You
to
can
me.
see the bottom.
It's terrifying. Look at that. Oh God.
I think it's because it's black water to you. So.
Yes, it's dark water, so terrifying.
Drummers. Playing drums.
It appears there's no line for Memento Mori, so we're gonna jump in here real quick. I love the colors in this shirt. It's so vibrant. Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit like softer, like the tiki material.
Yeah. What is it? It's 100% cotton. I don't really wear stuff like that, but I really love I love that art. I love this like retro pop art on it, and the colors are just so vibrant. I love it. Hey Steve, remember when I made a comment that we were gonna buy a statue while we were here? What if we buy like a statue or something?
Why are we buying a statue?
We've done that before. Look at this.
Oh, we kind of need that.
That is so cool.
I just don't know how we're gonna try bring it home.
Gargoyle statue. That's literally what it's called.
It's a
It's
statue.
$80. That's so cool. We have to get this.
I think so. I think we might have to like ship it back in like UPS or something like that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna probably buy those.
Well, should we get it now while we're here? Otherwise, it makes it one more thing we have to stress out about. Like, oh, we have to get back to Memento Mori.
So generally speaking, yes, we always make a rule you get it if you see it. But these are pretty sizable. So do you want to carry these for the next 2 hours?
That's true. Okay.
Let's
you're
come
right.
back before we leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Just another example of why I am always right.
Oh my god. It's not that I don't want to admit that Mike is right. But we did ask if it does come in a box, so that makes me feel a little bit better about being able to ship it. So
Right.
I think we will honestly ship this thing via UPS back home. It'll be much easier.
Yeah.
Because we don't know the size of these boxes, and our carry-on luggage is a little bit tight in general, so.
Yeah. And we also have to decide if we want to get one or two of them.
Oh, it has to come in a pair.
Okay, so now we're heading into Adventureland because our reservation time is almost up. All right, and here we are. We just checked in for our lunch here at Skipper Canteen. Very excited about this.
Doing good?
Yeah?
All right.
Uh-oh.
I know. It's my hair. I try to keep my shield up. All right, come along. Welcome aboard. Okay, so like, I know you've been here before. This is the mess hall for all the skippers. And it is way out of theme. This is the theme park room. So let's just... Anyway, this is all the skippers eat, but we don't eat here till late. So, but we're not eating in this place. Why would we eat this? Come on. So the library used to be closed, but we've opened up with our secret trigger. Go figure, the Jungle Book.
Awesome.
We opened up the library, and this is the C Room, the Society of Explorers and Adventurers secret meeting room.
Wow.
They scored the butterfly table, but you got this one.
Yeah, I mean, so beautiful.
Most nice table.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Let's go right there.
So we just sat down, and we're actually back in the Explorer Room, I think is what they call this. It's a hidden room for the
like a
members.
secret library.
A secret library. So it has a lot of cool artifacts everywhere and some cool stuff up on the walls. And the wait staff are very animated.
Oh yeah.
Love it. They're very much in a character-like role here, so I like it. But I think everything looks pretty good on the menu, and he described a few of their specials. So we are in the middle trying to make a decision on what we want to start with. So, but overall, I think this room's awesome, actually. So I don't think we've been in this one, have we?
No.
Yeah. So should be a fun, exciting lunch.
And I could be wrong, but I feel like the first time we dined here, they did not have cocktails here. But now on the menu, it looks like they have two specialty cocktails. One of them is a house-made sangria. I think I'm gonna get that. And you were having a great time talking with the cast member, weren't you, bud?
I guess so.
Now he's exhausted. But one of the things they did talk about was the fire alarm. Where's the fire alarm? There's the Skipper Canteen fire alarm.
So it's the academic exercise, just keeping up with our wait staff. I love it. It's high energy. We're definitely in it.
So one thing we should mention is that the cast members, the servers here, are actually boat captains from the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. So this is the mess hall. This is the area in which they relax. And typically they're probably over here running Jungle Cruise for their primary stay, but this is their mess hall. This is where they hang out, they relax, they have a great time. They're definitely in character, so we've already talked about that, but he is really in character. So he's selling it. He's working overtime.
For sure.
It's really good. So as Mike said, when we first came here, I don't know if they had drinks on the menu or not, but our waiter actually just said for the first like 18 months of operation, I think it was 18 months, that they had to serve things out of a box. So they weren't able to actually do like a full service bar. Beer Guest was the first one, obviously, to be able to do that inside the parks, but now I believe they can actually make some craft drinks. Having said that, they only have 2 drinks on the menu. So they have the sangria, both white or red, and a shandy, which is beer and lemonade, I believe. So both of us went with the sangria. Now we did provide some options. I'm going white, he's going red, so we'll have that as a variety to try out.
So as Steve mentioned, we're going to start this lunch with some cocktails. I've got the red sangria. This is a red wine blend with spices and juice and a trio of fruit. I like that. It's got the nice spice to it. You can taste a little bit of that red wine. Very refreshing. I like this a lot.
All right, and as I mentioned, I got the white sangria. This thing is dressed over the top, so I gotta be careful with how I drink this because I don't want to poke out an eye, but you can see it's a lot of accoutrement on top. Very refreshing. So sangria is wine plus some fruit juice, and I think overall this is a passion fruit juice, I think is what he said. I probably need to mix it a little bit more because it looks like there's like some red pulp down at the bottom, but overall, really refreshing. All right, so today they have a specialty appetizer, and it's a Brazilian cheese bread. It looks like it's served with some pesto sauce. I'm guessing like a garlic aioli underneath it.
I think he said it was chimichurri.
Chimichurri. Ooh, chimichurri. So even better. Really looking forward to this. I like Brazilian cheese bread. I think this might be the first time Mike has ever had it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dig in. This chimichurri is amazing. So, Brazilian cheese bread is very unique to kind of describe. Kind of think of it as like a mozzarella stick without like the intense layer of bread and breading on the outside. So the cheese is very dense. It's definitely a very pulled part. And I think the sauce on top of this really makes this entire dish. So definitely try this if you're here for the specialty appetizer.
And it's so delicious, even Caleb is having some. You want me to take a picture of the fire alarm?
Okay.
Okay, I will.
Take a picture as well.
Okay, I will. Steve was right. This is delicious. I love the texture of that cheesy bread and the chimichurri and that sauce. I don't know what that sauce is, but man, that is delicious. So this is Caleb's lunch. It's the Chef Tendaji's crispy chicken, and it's served with French fries. French fries is not on the menu, but you can order it. And we got him some dessert, which will be out later.
Now look.
Oh, I thought this was ketchup at first, but I don't think it is. I think it's a special dip.
Sweet and sour.
What's that?
I think it's crispy chicken.
Try it in the dip. It's really good in the dip.
I originally thought they had brought him out some ketchup, but it turns out it's sweet and sour sauce. So I think he's gonna like that even more.
It's a French fry.
Yeah. How is it? Is it good? Thumbs up? All right, so do your French fries, do they get a thumbs up? For my entree, I got the Dr. Falls signature grilled steak. This is an adobo seasoned New York strip with chorizo hash, collard greens with caramelized onion puree, and crispy farofa. This steak is very interesting. Now, it is a New York strip, so it's gonna have a little bit of chew, which it does. It's got a really nice char, and it's adobo seasoned, which kind of gives it a nice flavor that I'm not used to having on a grilled steak. But Steve made a good point because he took a bite already. It almost is reminiscent of a pork chop because it's served with a little bit of applesauce, and you got those sauteed onions, and that chorizo hash is awesome. A lot of good flavor in there. I think all around, all the flavors on this dish make a really satisfying entree.
And for me, I got the sustainable fish of the day, which is corvina. This is prepared on a cassava fritter with wilted greens and a guava habanero sauce. Sounds delicious. He mentioned it was going to taste a lot like ceviche, which fish. I love those flavors. This is amazing. This is really good. It's a nice crispy exterior, nice flaky white fish on the inside, and the flavors around it, the wilted greens, and I think he said some crisp yucca root on top. This is a really, really delicious, amazing dish.
And Caleb noticed that my dish has some red peppers and onions, so of course he wants to pig out now.
He won't eat the chicken tenders, but he'll eat red peppers and onions.
Yep. Another thing I want to mention is I did ask for this to be cooked at medium rare, and as you can see, they did a phenomenal job. Just the perfect amount of pink in there. It's delicious. As you can see, Steve cleaned his plate, but I am slowing down. I am so full. How was it?
Clearly by how I devoured everything, it was absolutely delicious. I usually don't get fish, but I'm happy I did today. This one was an amazing entree, and plus because it was fish, it was a little bit lighter. I feel like it's going to help me not have that afternoon lull in the parks. So good recommendation on this.
And as I mentioned, mine was delicious. I think my only recommendation would be I wish there was more of the chorizo hash. That was so delicious, and I like to have just a little bit of chorizo on each bite of my steak. If I could have had that, that would have been awesome, but regardless, this is still a really good meal. I highly recommend it.
Key lime meringue droplets, home made whipped cream. It's like something you'd see on the jungle floor.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, wow. So even though we didn't get dessert, Caleb got some. So he's got some chocolate-covered bananas with some whipped cream.
You took a bite, so I had a bano.
Yeah.
Yummy. All right, so what are these?
So these are chocolate-covered bananas served with a little bit of whipped cream. Looks like there's some sprinkles on there. I forget what he said the green stuff was.
So it's gonna go right here.
I don't know. Caleb likes it though.
Yeah, they're called monkey bites.
Thumbs up? Thumbs up? Is it good?
It's not that good? Okay, no thumbs up. Let it be known, as with any child, it's like pulling teeth to get him to actually eat his entree. Dessert, we didn't even have to ask him to. He just picked up the spoon and just started going to town.
All right, so we just finished lunch at Skipper Canteen. I am stuffed.
Yeah.
Very good though. And what are we doing now?
I'm either going to have to rally or go back for a nap, because that was such a filling lunch.
It really was.
Yeah. So, no decisions yet. I think we're going to walk around for a bit and just see if we see anything we want to do. Otherwise, we probably will go back and get Caleb down for a nap.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, so we've made a decision. I think we're going to head back to Fantasyland and let little man ride Winnie the Pooh. And it never fails, now that we're stuffed and can't possibly eat another thing, there's absolutely no wait for Sleepy Hollow refreshments.
It never happens. This is 1 o'clock. It's prime time lunch too.
Passing Cinderella Castle yet again, and I can't help but think, I really like that bunting. I know it's fake, it's just, I don't know what material it's made out of, but sometimes I get annoyed with real bunting because it's always like flapping in the breeze. It doesn't look quite right, it's a little off. But with this, it's always in place and always looks majestic.
Yeah, the quality could always be off with real bunting. So especially with weather that's a little bit variable like here in Orlando, that looks much better. What do you think about the moat?
Oh, the moat is gorgeous. Steve's getting some shots for me of Cinderella Fountain. Good one?
I think so.
Okay. All right, and now it's time for a trip into the 100-acre woods with Winnie the Pooh. You ready to see Winnie the Pooh?
Want to see Tigger? You don't want to see Tigger? What about Winnie the Pooh?
Hi, bud. Here we go.
One day, 100-acre wood, the East Winning traded places.
Oh dear, hang on tightly, Roo.
Come, Tigger! Come bounce with me!
Whoa.
Bouncing makes you feel just great, doesn't it? And everyone gathered together to say,
Hooray for Pooh, too.
that fun?
Is that fun? Was that fun, bud?
Yes.
Yes. All right, Dad, so what'd you think of Winnie the Pooh?
It was fun. I don't think he's actually watched any of those shows yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So we definitely have to start playing that, I don't know, what movies are there? There's like 5 of them now, aren't there?
Yeah, I'm so out of the loop with Winnie the Pooh. I have to admit, it was never one of my favorites.
So I guess we'll have to indoctrinate him because he didn't even know who Tigger was. And everybody loves Tigger, so very close on my face. Is that what you're trying to do? Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, wow. Okay, so yes. I think he enjoyed it. We definitely need to introduce him to the movies.
Walking through the castle, I can't help but just admire this tile work. It is so incredible. And I hate to say it, but I feel like so many people it's lost on so many of the guests here. But Steve and I were watching the documentary on Disney Plus about the opening of Shanghai, I believe it was. And they did a whole segment about how they were making murals similar to this, and just the time and care and detail that goes into this is just absolutely incredible. So next time you're here, if you're not in a rush with your family, take some time to really look at this mural. It's really cool. All right, it's been a fun little afternoon here at Magic Kingdom. Like Steve said, I think we are gonna head back to our house now because we wanna put little man down for a nap and get him a proper rest.
You do those proper naps, you're gonna have an amazing trip, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
You gotta fight it in every now and again, but I think it's always gonna be worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. If you did like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And from our Magic family to yours, enjoy.